Hello there, welcome to England. So, I'm back. I've been sick. I do apologise for the 3 days without any uploads, but I wanted to see what people actually want to suggest, and as a result, I actually managed to get sick during that time, which of course sucks, but I'm back now. So what are we going to do? We're going to do the, well, I believe Attila the Hun suggested I should start as England, go for one night in Paris by taking, well, Ile-de-France, the Five Colonies, colonising, well, the New World, is more or less the, what we'll do. Also trade Hegemon, I believe that is, I didn't actually check the description, but I believe it's control over the trade in this area, which should be fairly simple. We'll also be going for, actually, this time, taking India, and probably Rising Sun 2 by taking Japan. It should probably make for a very interesting game, but first and foremost here, we are at war with France, and this is a war that I intend to win. Now, why would I intend to win the 100 Years' War? Well, it pays off, that's really it, and hopefully, yeah, that's exactly what it'll do. Once again, this is, as I said, kind of a risky move, but it should be fine. I think we can actually afford it to just get rid of all of my heavy ships to, first and foremost, give me a little bit extra money. Can hire mercs, can hire, well, have extra troops, things like that, and basically here start making something work. That is of course the goal. So let's hire 3 infantry units here. I don't think we'll actually have time for getting so much units here, but while we're at it, we might as well go for form alliances. No, we'll occupy Paris. We'll be taking Ireland soon enough. Let's see, did I send the troops where I wanted them to? I think I did. But let's see here. We do have a crappy ass king, Henry. You're a bad man, Henry, sorry. But yeah, I would have liked to have Portugal join this war, but unfortunately they won't. So what we will be doing is fighting this war on our own. And, well, 37 versus more than twice as much could actually get quite dicey. But as you might imagine, the reason why I'm actually opted for getting military access with both Britain and Navarra is that I can have a safe haven where I can actually hide my troops. And that is, of course, going to be very... it's going to be a very important, I think, factor in my plan. We're also going to go ahead and try and destroy the smaller armies here. Of course, it's definitely going to be helpful if I can do that. And apparently there's already an army going south here. I have no idea if I can actually intercept that. But if you consider the things how they are now, I think actually moving some extra troops down here could potentially pay off quite a bit. And I'll potentially also try and siege some other provinces in order to, well, lure troops down there, because that is really, well, the best way of handling things. And I think I have enough time to actually allow them to build up those extra troops. And yes, I will be moving these guys down to down here, because that army that is currently marching down south, we could probably ambush it from the sea, to be perfectly honest, and that is of course what I will be trying to do. 17,000 men is quite a big army though, so ambush here could potentially backfire horribly. And also considering that they are very soon here, I guess hiring... What the heck is this? Why can't I get... I can't get it up. It's simply... it's probably because of the battle? No. There we go. Yes, I will be hiring units, but I have no idea how this will actually go. So what I think we'll do is, once again, we'll try and rely on our ships. I have no idea if we'll actually make it in time, but as soon as these guys actually hit Gascon, we're going to march down to Gascon ourselves, and hopefully, well, make something work here. Also, it seems like my ships are on time, so we'll have to time this correctly if I want it to work. 27th. There we go. Let us march this army down as well to help. Very important. And these guys are hitting on the 1st of January. Yeah. 1st of January. So we want to make sure that we hit the day after. And the reason for this is very simple. If you hit any time before that span, that's a very big army that is going to most likely cause a ton of trouble for me. But hopefully here, with this, or with these armies joined up, as you can see here, we do get a fairly substantial victory. The only real problem right now is that these guys will probably, yeah, they'll actually catch up with the other army. I don't want this army here to get into trouble, so I guess... No, there's no way I can actually save that army, is there? If I join up all of my forces here, can I then get defended bonus? I think I can. And if they attack me, then of course that puts me in a good position. And they actually did attack me with less troops. Of course, the morale here is definitely an issue, but they're losing it much faster than I am right now. Thanks to, most likely, the troops, and also that 10,000 men army there's definitely going to skew the balance. Well, that was fun, but I should probably fetch this 5,000 army earlier. That is my bad. I was a little bit too caught up in the moment. Let's see, can I hire a advisor here that... Well, that discipline guy could actually have been useful if I actually hired him earlier. But, yeah, we are going to just try here and allow our forces to gain some morale back. And then we're going after this army, especially if that one... yeah, we'll quarantine the port. We'll quarantine. Once we get a little bit of morale back here, we'll probably... I was at least tempted to try and attack here, but if those guys join in, then it's probably not for the best. We'll allow another month to pass here and see if they actually move elsewhere, so to speak. If they do, then we'll attack. If not, then... we'll probably still attack, to be perfectly frank. These guys are actually attacking us. Well, thank you for, well, suiciding, I was about to say, but they might actually have been able to pull something off there. We're out of morale again. But so far, I have to actually say that the war is actually going better than anticipated. The odds are evening out here. We could potentially win this if I just pull myself together here. The deciding battle will definitely be a battle with this army here. So what we'll do now is get those 5,000 men down south. We'll fight these guys. We'll start sieging. We'll probably deploy quite a bit of mercenaries and also does quite a bit of loans. But hopefully here we can use that to our advantage and pull something off here. So let us go for the battle. If I'm lucky, I will be able to win. If I'm unlucky, we'll probably get ourselves trashed. Let's see how this actually ends. We're getting trashed. Well, that's a little bit surprising, actually. The general is just a tiny little bit better, but still got trashed. But, I think what we'll do is actually take loans, and we'll hire quite a bit of mercenaries in, well, everywhere, and use this to our advantage. And of course, how many loans can I take? 72. This is going to be expensive. Quite a bit expensive, but we're going to, well, get those extra mercenary units down here, and hopefully we can win the war with them. We'll simply have to wait and see. So, while I do that, we'll simply have to allow morale to replenish, and we'll see how it goes. So, as you can see, we have now a 46,000 man army. It should be able to decimate this one. We're almost at full morale. We'll actually be at full morale about the time we actually hit here. So, let us see how this battle goes. And so far, it's actually been fairly good for us. We have decimated most of their army, and it also splits up in a hilarious manner. So what we're going to do is split this one in two. We're going to have Rich's army here, hunt down the French one. We'll destroy that one completely, and we'll use this one with Neville here in charge to hunt down the other armies and start, well, sieging to some degree here. And hopefully that'll be enough to actually, as I said, win the war. We'll have to hunt down these smaller stacks, and I guess splitting these two into even smaller units is probably the best way of doing that. So, yeah, it seems like we actually have won this war. The problem, of course, will now be, well, attrition, all that kind of stuff, and it will probably hurt quite a bit. They still have 12,000 troops. This is half of their army, though, so... I'm not afraid, so to speak, over or about what is about to come. I think we'll also have to allow ourselves to take some more loans in order to actually make sure that we can pull something off here by hiring even more mercs for, well, sieging and also general fighting. So for the time being, we'll still hunt down most of their armies. But this is basically how you have to find them. You have to rely on mercenaries, you have to rely on your troops, and hopefully you'll be able to screw them over That is basically how you have to do it if you want to try and win against the Frenchies. So this army here will probably, most of it, or the mercenary army with Platanier here in charge, will be hunting down the remnants of the French army here, or wherever it actually, well, rises, so to speak. We'll use these 2 units here for, well, sieging purposes, but right now it seems like we will get that union. I know if we can actually peace out with Provence. They are not actually a part or a big part of this war. No, they're still stubbornly refusing to actually just lay down and die. But as I said, we will use this army to try and hunt down some of the smaller armies, and hopefully, as I said, oh, I suddenly like this game. Edward, a new heir to the throne, 364. He's brilliant. Well, figuratively, he is brilliant. But yeah, as I said, it will use the mercenaries, at least for the time being, to try and hunt down the French armies, and also, of course, set up some more sieges. It should be enough to keep most of the annoying, or the French annoyance, I guess I should call them, in check. That's at least the thought. So while we're at it, we'll just keep on with what we're doing, and hopefully I'll get my victory. We'll see how it goes. I'm even more lucky here. Saint performs a miracle. The action shows the true path, or we haven't really blessed. We've been truly blessed. We're starting to get revolt issues here, mostly due to the overextension, of course, and I want to combat that. So we'll take the stability point, and I guess other than that, we will not be doing too much. The armies here need some extra, well, sieging potential, so let's just get that going. I think we have everything we need now, so I'm going to allow these guys to set up siege here. I'm still going to use these 7,000 mercenaries to hunt down all my enemies, and as you can see here, we are probably going to have to take 2 or 3 more loans. So for now, we'll just allow the sieges to happen, and apparently I'm going to lose this army here, thanks to poor planning. But yeah, I need to keep a better eye on the eastern side now, but they actually made a very big army here very fast. Huh. Yeah, we'll join up these guys. We'll join up these guys and hunt them down. That's really the only thing I can do right now. There's not really much else I can do with that 5,000 man army running about. So this is kind of the problem. I allowed them to join up their army again, and they have actually become quite the plague that needs to be, of course, dealt with, and that is a very big and annoying problem, of course. And it's just a problem that I've allowed myself to create, more or less. Hopefully now I can actually keep these guys in check with just a 6,000 man army. That's at least the hope, anyhow. These are all mercenaries, so we'll split them in 2. We'll siege the Ile-de-France and Orléans. And I'll still use this 6,000 man unit to hunt down, well, the smaller French annoyances, as I call them. So now I'll just allow time to pass. Hopefully I won't actually have any more run-ins like the kind that I just had. We'll have to hope for that, but we'll see how it plays out. As you can see, the sieges are going fairly well here. Of course, I'm still a little bit worried, simply due to the fact that we still have loans and we're still making or going negative on our budget. So if we take a quick look here on the economy, how many loans do I actually have? I actually just have 3 loans, which is surprising, to be perfectly honest. I would have thought it would be more. We will keep at least, I think, some sort of mercenary army going here. Well, there's nothing we can do, really. I need my money right now, and I can't really afford to just, well, hand the money out. But as you can see, as I said, we have more or less won this war. I will still have to keep some mercenaries, well, standing as a standing army, more or less to deal with potential revolts and, of course, things like that. Yeah, this is kind of the problem that I was talking about. The Fee nationalists actually rose up right now. That sucks. That really sucks. I demand tribute. I demand that union with France. And here we have it. So I guess I'll take their money too, because I need that money. So we'll send them on, and with that, we have secured our union with France. And of course, I also failed my mission to occupy Paris, although it doesn't matter since my prestige is already at 100. Claim Picardy, solidify papal relations. I guess we'll take that one. The other one doesn't really matter. It'll just take a age to actually, well, complete them. I wish I could have taken a useful guy here, but I can't. Well, at least put Henry to good work as a general, and hopefully he'll die soon. It is the crappy general, after all. The defeat nationalists is kind of an issue here for me. The reason for that is, of course, very simple. The nationalists themselves might actually opt for screwing me over. We'll probably also try and fabricate claims on Provence. I do want to give the French their provinces back, of course. And I'm not sure what else I'll do. That's not what I was thinking about. Let's see here. They have a claim on the Burgundy province as well. I might actually fight them over that. They also have the core up here. So there is a lot of possibilities. We'll also probably fight Navarre and Castile in an attempt to, well, limit the colonization. But for now, as I said, we'll join up all of our forces. We'll see what we'll keep and what we'll get rid of. And I think we'll also have to deal with these rebels right here. And with that said, I think we'll also, to some extent, start picking on the Irish miners here, which could be very much an interesting affair, certainly. So, yeah, we'll start to pick on the Irish miners in an attempt to actually eat them up. But I'm a little bit unsure if I want to, and how far the aggressive expansion is actually going to go if we get spotted. Let's see how we're looking now in terms of the coalition. All of Europe actually do not like me. They do not like me at all. As you can see, taking France wasn't a likable act, so to speak. But as I said, we now have that union with France, and we can use that to our advantage. We'll get back the provinces. We'll probably try and take some provinces from Burgundy. I have no idea what happens now if the King of Burgundy dies, if the French actually gets their provinces or not. We'll simply have to wait and see. But this is the end of the first episode. We have gotten ourselves we have won the 100 Years' War. And hopefully we can continue to grow. We're out of manpower though, so we'll probably have to have some peaceful years. We'll see. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And hopefully, I'll see you around next time. Bye.